Well, hello everyone, and a huge welcome to you. How amazing are you just to be here? Give yourselves a huge round of applause right now. My name is Tula Tzoras, and I'm an actor, author, speaker, life coach, and since last year also the founder of the Areti Goddess Events that is set up to empower women both personally and professionally and to change our woeful statistics. And if you don't know them, half of our middle-aged women at the moment have $10,000 or less in superannuation. They're aging in poverty. 1 in 4 of us is abused in an intimate relationship, and more than half obese, many of us with health issues. So that's the reason the Areti Goddess Events program was set up. And if you want some information, you can find it on my website there. And in terms of articles, I've published The Truth About Acting, which is merging both spirituality and acting to fuse you forward and to create a very healthy, creative life for actors and artistic people. And then through that, I was asked to submit to 2 magazines, Leaders in Heels magazine and also True Natural Health magazine, on subjects like breathing, anxiety, how to transform relationships, heaven or hell, which I believe are right here, how to conquer stage fright for public speaking, etc. And the reason I'm bringing this up is not to blow my horn, just to let you know that if you give me your details, all of those are free to you with tips. Okay, so you're welcome to have them, and we'll go through that at the end. Now, I want to say a huge, big thank you to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. It's the second time I'm here, and it's such a loving, beautiful energy to be in, isn't it? Yes. Now, this will run for 45 to 60 minutes, and I'm going to take you through a couple of really powerful exercises, because I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But basically, if you haven't entered the draw yet, make sure you enter the draw, because there's a big prize at the end worth $567. And if you stay till the end, there's going to be a big surprise for everyone, because I want to make sure that no one leaves empty-handed, okay? The more you put in, the more you get out. Now, there's a reason I'm saying that. I'm actually going to take you through some dynamite exercises. One is to banish negative beliefs, and 2 will be to ground and instill a real sense of confidence. So if you do stay till the end, you will end up leaving feeling fantastic, and that's my intention for you. So it's all up to you, because the more you participate, and this is where I need your help, I need you to say yes. I need you to put your hand up and interact. This is a fully interactive presentation, and we're going to have a lot of fun. With the exercises, I urge you to do them, take your time and do them properly, because intention is actually so powerful. And to begin with, I'm going to merge all our energies, which I'll move on to in a minute. So basically, we're looking at a fun, interactive hour, and I want to ask you now, are you ready?
Yes.
Can I hear it louder, yes? Yes! Okay, I'm going to ask you to raise your hand now. It's a little bit morbid, okay? But if your life was cut short, would you have any regrets? Raise your hand if you would. Well, don't worry, because what I'm going to get you to do now is breathe. Okay, now we all breathe all the time, don't we? Did you know that here in Australia, we're a nation of chest breathers? And when we breathe into our chest, we breathe in anxiety. And how many times when we're anxious, do we actually stop breathing? Does that ever happen to you? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you through a very short meditation. But first, I want to talk to you about breathing, because does everybody, raise your hand if you don't know how to breathe into your diaphragm or your tummy. We do it when we're babies, we do it when we sleep. Does everybody know how to breathe into your diaphragm, your tummy? So your tummy expands? Yes? Yes? Okay, great. Now, these are the benefits of breathing. When we breathe slowly and deeply, in and out, all the time, we stop our mind chatter. We stop all of that noise that's going on in our heads. The other thing that breathing does is it connects us to our source and our source of inspiration. Oxygen is actually really, really healing. And when we breathe, we decrease our stress levels. Now, having said all that, what I'm going to do is take you through a very short meditation, and we're going to end it all. We're going to do this to raise our vibrations and join our energies, okay? So we're going to end this with the sound of Om. Raise your hand if you've done yoga before. Okay, so we all know what Om is, right? Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is sit up straight so your spine is straight, your energy centers, all your chakras are all straight. And when you're comfortable, close your eyes. And as you breathe in deeply and slowly, just notice the noise all around you. Notice the noise in your head and make a conscious effort to come back to the breath. Breathing in deeply and slowly, breathing out through your mouth. And breathing in again, feeling a relaxation as you focus on your breath. And breathing out. Breathing in and looking at where there's tension or anxiety or pain in your body. Breathing into that tension, anxiety and pain, and imagine blowing it out with your intention, with an open mouth. Breathing into any tension or anxiety or pain and blowing out with the intention of blowing it all out. Breathing in again and blowing it all out. Let it all go. Feel your body relaxing. Feel your brain slowing down. Feel yourself in the moment. Now, after the next deep breath in, we're going to end it with the sound of Om. So take a deep breath in now. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and come back. So we're going to run through what self-worth is right now. What is self-worth? I love this graphic here. Believe in yourself and you'll be unstoppable. So self-worth is the opinion you have of yourself, of what you've done, the achievements you've had, what you've achieved. But self-worth is also the relationship we have with ourselves. Self-worth is treating ourselves well. I have found that every single issue we ever face in life comes down to one fundamental thing, and that is self-worth. This is what confidence is not. Confidence is not selfish. Quite often, we think that being self-loving, we're being selfish. Confidence is not selfish. It's not narcissistic, and it's not arrogant. Now, raise your hand. Does your life ever feel like you're beating your head against a brick wall? Have you ever felt like that? Who hasn't, right? Does it look something like this? Do we ever go like this? Well, don't worry, you're not alone. 71% of us hate our jobs. 85% of us wake up feeling bad. And there's the stop sign, old age ahead, okay? That's pretty horrific when you think about it. It takes a lot of time and practice to wake up with a song in our head. So what affects self-worth? It usually happens in the first 7 years of life. Negative talk, negative actions. It's those stories that we pick up between up to the age of 7, and what happens is we take them on as the truth. And then they're programmed into our brains, into what is called the amygdala, which is actually our fight or flight response to life. So then what happens is we perpetuate patterns we can't change and paradigms, and we can try and change them, but it never happens because that is how we're programmed. So actually our brain is trained to see only what we perpetuate and to eliminate anything else. So what happens is we end up being no people. That's why in this session today, we're going to be saying a lot of yeses. With addictions, anxiety attacks, panic, neuroses, disease, drama. Would you agree that most of us are addicted to drama? Raise your hand if you'd agree. Yes. But basically, we live in fear. And the two fundamental drivers of life are fear and love. All of the limiting or negative beliefs we go through come down to fear. All of those patterns and paradigms that we live come down to fear. But guess what? Love is the only truth. Everything else is a lie. So how do we get to that? I think at this point, just for your benefit and the reason that I'm doing this today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, okay? Raise your hand if you've heard of the law of opposites, yin and yang, hot, cold, the law of opposites. In every moment, in every cell, everywhere, the law of opposites. So I have two columns here. Trauma, panic attacks, experiences that robbed me of my self-worth, boundaries, and affected my health, wealth, relationships, living under duress for a very long time, with abuse and life changes. You know, some people go through a number of life changes. I went through life changes on a very regular basis. Until at age 37, the first thing that happened was my brain shut down and I lost my memory. And it was the most frightening thing. I would walk out of my front door and I wouldn't know which way to go. It was that bad at age 37. The other thing that happened was every organ in my body shut down. So that was the level of duress I was under. I used to go hell for leather. I used to have an A-type personality. I was a high achiever, and that's what happened to me. And that is the reason I'm here today. Because in the end, these were my greatest gifts. They put me on a lifetime, and I spent a fortune on personal and spiritual growth and training. I became a Reiki master. I found out I'm claircognizant. I'm actually connected to Source, so I know when I focus on a person or a situation, I know exactly what the solution is. I'm an empath. Raise your hand if you're an empath. A lot of us are. And I became a personal and professional coach. This is actually at my book launch for The Truth About Acting. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the signs of self-worth, and I don't want you to be disheartened because at the end of this, I'm going to run you through a 5-step process and we're going to banish those negative beliefs. So what I'm going to ask you now is to make a note. If you have a pen and paper, take it out now. And otherwise, you will know what resonates with you. Keep it in mind, okay? If you don't have pen and paper, just keep it in mind. And I'm going to run through these pretty quickly because we've got so much to get through. It's very exciting. Okay, so what you're doing is basically making a note of these negative beliefs or patterns that resonate with you personally. This is all about you, okay? Who loves to help and give to charity? Who is a good citizen? Raise your hand if you're a good citizen. Good person. Okay. This is actually, being in service to humanity is one of the best things we can do. But when we go into rescuing and saving people, despite ourselves not putting ourselves first, so we run to someone's rescue, that is a sign of low self-worth for two reasons. The first one is we can never save or rescue anyone because every single one of us has our own journey. The second one is that we're not looking after ourselves. So in fact, I personally, while I was doing work on myself, had to stop myself because what put me underground and the collapse was actually working on a global humanitarian project. I went to an energetic healer and she said to me, I don't know what you're doing, but you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And that was right before the collapse. So this is my biggest tip to you. Don't help people. Don't go into rescue or saving people. It's a sign of low self-worth. This is a huge one. When we have low self-worth, we have a reluctance to take challenges on. We procrastinate. We always say, I'll do it tomorrow. Can we relate to that? Yes. Here's another one. I'm always right. I know best. I always have to have the last word in an argument. Here's another one. I'm better than you, you're better than me, feeling more or lesser. So comparison to other people is a sign of low self-worth. I cannot assert myself. So being intimidated by other people so that when you have to assert yourself and speak your truth, you can't. Being socially withdrawn or not having social skills, not feeling confident in social situations. Neglecting yourself. Needing approval. Needing to be liked by everyone. That was a big one for me, becoming an actor. It was the worst thing, well, the worst and the best thing I could have done with low self-worth, because as an actor, you're always up for approval. You're going for 1,000 auditions where some people go through a few job interviews. So needing approval is another one. Anxiety is another one, very common. Eating disorders, whether you've had or have eating disorders, that is low self-worth. It's actually negating the self. No one will love me. People let me down. Am I going too fast, everyone? No? This is a big one. I don't deserve it. And I love this little graphic here. Isn't she cute? I never thought I was a bully until I heard how I speak to myself. I think I owe myself an apology. This is called the war on the self. So what I'm talking about here is that inner critic that is always running in our heads. And those subconscious beliefs that are driving our lives. This is the war on the self. It's everything that says no to everything in you that says yes. So have we had enough yet? Raise your hand if you have. Okay. Now is the time to banish those negative beliefs. So I'm going to run you through a 5-step process. And I want you to put everything you can into this because it's so super powerful. Trust me, it works, okay? Let me know if I'm going too fast. Okay, as I said before, we need to eliminate those core beliefs. Otherwise, they just run on default with our subconscious. So here's the first step. You've taken a note of these beliefs, or you have a mental note of them. Name them. So see with the beliefs that you've actually, the signs of low self-worth, if you can actually group them together under, say, powerlessness, helplessness, hopelessness, anything like that. So put them in a group if you can. and then you can name them. So that's the first step, and just raise your hand when you've done that, so I know. Has everyone, can you raise your hand if you've done the first step? Naming your negative beliefs, thank you. Yes, yes. Anybody need more time? No? Okay. So now you might want to close your eyes for this one, because what we're going to do now is separate yourself from them, because these negative beliefs are not you. So close your eyes if you need to. Visualize them as a separate entity. So it can be a gift wrap bubble that is right next to you. And say to yourself, this belief of powerlessness is not me, and it doesn't belong to me. This belief of powerlessness is not me, and it doesn't belong to me. When you see yourself separate, you'll be surprised by this. Thank the belief for its service to you in your life. These beliefs are picked up when we're little to protect us, to help us, and they validate why you need them. In psychology, this is known as the secondary gain. So these beliefs are subconscious motivators. They run our behavior even when they stop us from having what we want. It gives you valid reasons not to achieve goals like procrastination. It's important to realize that we didn't need them then, and for that reason we can be grateful to them, because up until now they have served us in their own way. So now that we no longer need them, we can release these pesky beliefs. So say, I send you back to the universe where you can reside in the realm of all possibilities. Or I send you back to source to heal and grow. If you need further confirmation this is released, you can try selling it to them, because our minds are pretty tricky. So try selling it to them, like saying, you will love residing there because you have been so helpful. You'll now be able to spend your days with other possibilities and be the best version of yourself. So I'll just repeat that. If you need, say something like, you will love residing there because you've been so helpful. You'll now be able to spend your days with other possibilities and be the best version of yourself. So the last step is put it all together and use it whenever you like. So this is actually a process that you can take home with you. And just remember to thank that belief. First name it, separate it from yourself, because if you don't need it, you can go on with your life without it. It's not a part of you. There is only fear and love. So it is actually a separate part. Okay, did everyone enjoy that? Did you feel like you let it go? You thanked it? Yes? Thank you. I really appreciate your feedback. Okay. Now we've gone through the bad news, we're up to the good news. And the good news is, though it's taken a lifetime to build these patterns, the great news is we can recondition our minds. How good is that? Now here's the thing, I'm going to give you a couple of stats. It takes 21 days to break a pattern. It takes 66 days to create a very simple, good, healthy pattern like eating fruit. So imagine what it takes to recondition a lifetime of conditioning. It takes daily practice over a period of time, and the way that I work is with a whole host of methods, because I believe that it takes different methods coming together for true transformation. And this is what I advocate. And you can raise your hand if you like it, because what I advocate is that we are all a work of art in progress. Life is like a canvas. You can keep painting the same picture or start a new one with anything, any moment, any time. So now we're up to your confidence boost, and we're going to end it with a bang. Don't forget our draw at the end and the gifts too. So stick around. Here's the thing. When we're down, do we look down? Yes. Can I get a yes? Yes. In fact, when we're home alone, don't we go into a fetal position and protect our emotional bodies? Don't we do that? Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is a very superficial exercise with you that's going to take 1 second and demonstrate to you how you can boost your confidence just like that. So everybody stand up right now. Okay, what we're going to do is stand with our spine straight, head held high, shoulders back, and maybe even a smile. How does that feel? Does that feel better? Do you feel more confident just standing like that? That's something easy you can do. So what I want you to say now in your full voice is this. I am who I am. I am who I am. Well done. You can sit down now. So we're going to run through some great tips to boost self-worth. Some of them are going to be easy ones. Some of them are going to take time and self-credit. You deserve it. Think about it. If you really think about it, how much have you achieved in your life so far? Give yourself credit and trust yourself. When we have low self-worth, we don't trust our opinion, but we can trust ourselves to do so many things. So trust yourself. You are unique. And I don't say this, you know how sometimes when we're feeling down, they say, oh, you're amazing. And you say, oh, for God's sake, give me a break. Or someone says to you, smile, and you just want to tell them to get lost, okay? There's a reason I say this. Because every single one of us comes into this life with a unique gift and a purpose to offer and serve the world. So with that, what I will say to you is, okay, was there, so I'll just say it. Do what you love. There is no greater gift than living your purpose and passion in life. Do what you love. In fact, that's the reason that I advocate that everyone should be their own boss. It's not that you work any less, it's that you work in your own time. Time. And if you can't do that right now, I want you to do one thing that you love every day, as little or big as it is. One thing you love every single day. Now, when we're little, we need our parents' permission. And what happens is we don't actually grow out of that. And now we're adults. So give yourself permission. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. Listen to yourself talk. Now, this actually takes time and practice. Listening to yourself talk. Catch yourself when you say negative things. Switch it around to a positive. And spend time in front of the mirror. This is not to do your makeup, okay? It's not a vanity thing. It's not about being vain. But raise your hand if you've ever actually looked at yourself into your eyes in the mirror for 5 minutes. Has anyone done that? Well done. You will be amazed at how you connect with yourself and your soul. I'll just have a little drink. So it's about getting to know yourself. The next tip I have for you is practice mindfulness. Now, when we're in the present moment, when we're actually looking, not just seeing, smelling, tasting, touching, we actually feel safe when we breathe deeply. We're in the moment. We are mindful. We're less accident prone. Mindfulness. Take yourself out on a date. There is no better way to build your confidence. Well, there are. But this is one way, okay? Take yourself, it doesn't matter if you're single or married, take yourself out on a date and treat yourself the way that you deserve to be treated. Date yourself. Raise your hand if you've got that special lingerie or that outfit you only wear on special occasions. We all do it, don't we? Here's my tip. Wear what makes you comfortable all the time. Wear it for you. You deserve it. So anything you feel like. Wear your best clothes any day of the week. Honor and respect yourself. Now this comes with the practice of building your self-worth. Go at your pace. This comes back to time and the stress that we're all under with time, schedules, time management, rush, stress, busy, 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 busy. Time. Now you can work for yourself and work in your own time, but if you can't work for yourself, I have a little tip for you to create time and space in your workplace every single day. Remember to breathe deeply and slowly. Remember to breathe. You will give yourself space deeply and slowly. Be you, be authentic. We can pick up someone who's not genuine within seconds, can't we? And again, this comes down to having healthy self-worth. So be you, be authentic. Become aware of the choices you make. We all make a million choices every day, and sometimes they're so automatic that we actually don't even think they're choices, like, I don't know, brushing our teeth. Or when we become aware of our choices, then we can ask, what are the consequences of doing this or not doing this? And we make choices that are loving to ourselves. Practice self-referral. Raise your hand if you don't know what self-referral is. Okay, self-referral is keeping your energy to yourself. So not picking up other people's energy or giving your energy away, and realizing that we cannot control people, places, or things. Think about that for a minute. We cannot control people, places, or things. So what people say about us or do, none of our business. Isn't that great? Here's another little fact. Naming, shaming, and blaming equals victim. You're this or you're that, or shame on you, or it's all their fault. Victim. But we are not victims. We are survivors. And we thrive. We are not victims. So just remember that. Own your feelings. This is a really big one because we quite often say, that person upset me. I'm angry because of that. Our feelings actually belong to us, and they're so valid, but they belong to us. And just because we're triggered by people or events doesn't mean it's their fault. We can actually thank them, believe it or not, because they're mirrors to show us what we need to fill within ourselves. And it all comes down to the inner child. Now, this is work I do with clients as well. Work with your inner child. This is what your inner child needs: safety, approval, acceptance, hope, encouragement, love, attention, stimulation, physical contact, sleep, rest, and fun. It all comes down to your inner child. Here's a little tip and the best news. When you do work on your inner child, the blueprint changes. So you can change the blueprint. It's very, very worthwhile. You'll find that your reactions, you become less reactive when you work with your inner child. Here's a big one. We're all addicted to drama. Say no to drama. A great way not to make assumptions is to make sure that we have all of the information that we need. But we can actually choose not to engage in drama. So if someone starts it, we can say, thank you, but I don't engage in drama. Gossip is a big one. Gossip is evil. Don't engage, okay? Surround yourself with the right people. Now, as I said before, every person is a gift, but while you're building your confidence, surround yourself with the right people. These are people that will encourage you, support you, empower you, people that you aspire to be like, or people doing what you would love to be doing. Surround yourself with good people. This is a great one. Raise your hand if you like to think you're a good person. We all love our good sides, don't we? And we hate our bad sides. We hate our bad sides. Here's the thing. To become fully congruent, we need to love both equally. And guess what? The gold is in your shadow. Because where do we learn? Where do we grow? In our shadow. So isn't it worth loving our shadow just as much as our light? It's the yin and yang, the opposites. They're in everything and they're in us as well, your light and your shadow. These are some great values to practice while Marilyn Monroe puts on her crown to get her day started. We can practice non-judgment. Now, if you're a judgy person, you can try 1 hour a day. And imagine when we stop classifying things as good or bad, right or wrong, how peaceful we feel. Humility. The most powerful and successful people I have met have been the most humble. And when you think about everything we go through, doesn't it make sense that we would be grateful and humble? Compassion. Putting ourselves in someone else's shoes. Integrity, keeping our word, and especially to ourselves, because self-worth is about treating ourselves well. Honesty. Listen to your heart. You'll never go wrong. The ego will always say, what's in it for me? The spirit will always say, how can I help? When you come back to your heart, you will never go wrong. Find your joy rather than focusing on what you hate. Focus on what you love. We are our attention. So the more we focus on what we hate, the more of that we create. Focus on what you love. I found it quite interesting. My observation has been that actually people know what they don't want. But when I've asked people what they want, they find it difficult to answer. Focus on what you want. The happier you are within yourself, the less you're affected by externals. Meditate. Make meditation a daily practice, whether it's sitting silently and focusing on your breath, or it's guided meditation, because it will clarify your mind. It will connect you to your inspiration. It's really good for your well-being. And it will de-stress you as well. Meditation is highly recommended. Accept the best. This is a sure sign of loving ourselves and confidence. Some of my clients can't even take a compliment. A compliment is a gift. So we're so used to giving. Let's start practicing how to accept beautiful gifts. Even a smile is a gift. The world is a mirror. I can honestly say that after a lifetime of personal and spiritual growth and training, I live in a bubble. I live in a bubble. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. Everyone is nice to me. It's worth it, okay? The world is your mirror. Imagine being in your full authentic power, your own best coach. And you deserve to be free. You deserve to live a happy life. What happens when we bring up the past? We create our future. So please, don't let the past become your future. If you find yourself still complaining and not changing something, beware of still. Still doing this, I hate it. Still, so many people complain, but they don't do anything to change it. Beware of still. Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you've made. If you want a different result, make a different choice. So I'm going to ask you a question now, and it's a yes. Are you ready to smash your goals? Yes? Can you do any better than that? Yes? That's fine. Keep calm. Hire a life coach. That's me. So what does a coach do? A coach will start working with you where you are right now. It's not dredging up the past. A coach will work out what your negative beliefs are, and then you get together, work out an action plan, work out your goals, and then you work together. So a coach will walk alongside you to empower you to achieve your goal, whatever it is. And that's what I do. And I would be honored to be your coach. So now we're up to the second part, the second exercise that I told you about. And now that we've run through all those confidence tips, what we're going to do after banishing those negative beliefs is now we're going to ground and instill the positive. So are you ready? Yes. 1 second. What I want you to do now, after this we're going to do our draw, but what I want you to do now is stand up and make sure that you have space to walk 1 step forward. Has everyone got space to walk 1 step forward? You'll love it. Trust me, it is very powerful, very powerful. So do this properly, okay? Everybody set? 1 step forward? Great. Okay, so stand up straight and close your eyes now. Intention is very powerful. So as you close your eyes, imagine yourself in your full power. Imagine yourself in your confidence. How do you look? How do you feel? Where are you? Where do you live? As you do what you love, imagine, visualize yourself doing what you love. What's your house like? Is your family around you? Your partner, your loved ones? In your full confidence. Smell it. Feel it. Feel the joy of being in your full confidence, in your full authentic power. And now, give thanks. Feel the gratitude you feel, fully confident in your full authentic power. Feel that beautiful gratitude. Give thanks for everything you are, everything you have. Give thanks to the universe that has given you the chance to live your unique gift to the world. Give thanks for being fully empowered and confident. And when you feel brimming with joy, in your full authentic confidence, take a forward step now and stamp both your feet. Forward step, stamp both your feet. This is your power stance. And now I want you to shout out as loud as you can, yes. When you feel it, yes. Yes. Awesome. Well done, everyone. Did everyone feel it? You can sit down now. How does everyone feel? Did you feel that? Raise your hand if you felt that. Isn't it great? Well, let me tell you, it works. It's very, very powerful. Okay, so now we're up to the fun part. Where's the basket? Oh, we've got our drawer. And everyone actually will leave with a gift today, so don't go away. Carmela, can you come over with the basket? Carmela? Thank you, Carmela, for helping. So Carmela has been taking all your names. Oh, would anyone else like to enter the draw? Go. Business cards, name, number. Okay, we'll quickly wait for everyone to enter the draw. And what we're going to draw is 1 month of life or professional coaching valued at $567. And then I've got another surprise for you, so no one walks away empty-handed. I've got 4 of my books here, The Truth About Acting, if anyone's interested. And I've also brought, while we're waiting, one of my published articles on relationship, transforming relationship. And as I said before, I'm happy to send those to you if you, there's a contact form here at the front. So at the end, if you'd like any of my articles, you can come and put your name down for those. So when we're ready, we're going to draw the prize, 1 month of coaching, valued at $567. I'm so glad everyone's entering the draw. Who will our winner be? 1 month of life or professional coaching, valued at $567. Have we got everyone, Carmela? Okay. No, that's for later. So at the end, I've got a contact form here for any articles you'd like. You can have a look on my website. I've got business cards here. And also, I'll tell you now what the big surprise is because we're waiting, okay? Everyone here will get 1 free coaching session with me. So at the end, after we've done the draw, you can come and put your details down here for your free coaching session. So we've got all the entries. Now look how many entries we've got. Let's shake them. And I'm going to get our beautiful goddess Carmela here to pick one. So close your eyes. We don't want to cheat. Oh, hang on. Okay. Thank you, Carmela. And the winner is Christine. Christine wins a month of coaching valued at $567. Where is Christine? Congratulations, Christine. I'm so happy for you. Yep. I'll get you to put your Christine. I'll get you to put your details down here and put next to it the month of the prize winner. So just write those down. I want to thank you all for having me. I wish you all amazing success and for speaking topics, coaching, the Areti Goddess Events program. Girls, make sure you join. Loads of goddess experiences. Just go to the website. I've got my card here. And don't forget, for your free, I want to make sure everyone walks away with a gift today. So for your free coaching session, come up at the end, put your details down, and if you have any questions, just come and see me. Thank you so, so much.